that you never really know a person. Being alone, I had to sit myself down and I was like, listen, to be miserable because they're miserable. Go brush your teeth. I cut off everybody. Being your very best self. Hey girls, so I just want to come on here and talk about some things that helped me get through pregnancy alone, and it's helping me get through motherhood alone. And I just want to say, I am single. I am taking care of my baby alone as far as a parent, but my sister is always here. My sister is always helping me, so I don't want to discredit her when I say alone, because I do have a lot of help coming from her. But I mean, without her father, you get what I'm saying? So first of all, if y'all used to follow me during my pregnancy, it was a video I posted about basically just understand that none of this is your fault. Like, that's one thing I had to remind myself, like, what I'm going through, just because somebody else didn't want to participate, that's not on me. So don't let other people's decisions make you feel bad about your decision to keep your baby or your decision to do whatever you did. It's like, it really is hard to be like a single mom and stuff and go through pregnancy alone, but at the same time, I don't have any, like, I might be mean sometimes, I might say rude things sometimes when I talk to her dad or whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm not like, I don't hate him. I feel like in order to fully accept what's going on, you can't like hold a grudge. Cause me, I'm open to allowing him to be around. I don't care. If you want to be around, then you can. But I'm not gonna beg it. I'm over it. I don't want to beg. I don't want to do none of that. And it's like, I can forgive you for everything that's going on. I'm not gonna forget what happened because I went through a lot by myself, and that's crazy. But also, I can still move on and everything without accepting less than I deserve, if that makes sense. One of the things that truly helped me the most was understanding that none of it was my fault. Like, especially if y'all knew the situation, which I don't know if I'll ever share that. People ask me that all the time, but I just don't know if that's anything I'll ever share. But if you try me one day, I just might. So don't think that you could play with me, okay? Anyway, that I can't control other people's actions. Like, what he chose to do, how he chose to do it, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But I just know I'm handling business. I know I'm doing what I gotta do. And I could sit here and feel bad about the situation. I could sit here and let people that say, oh, well, why would you want a baby by somebody who don't want a baby with you? It's too late. So now what? So now why are we talking? Now what? Tell me, what do we do now? But yeah, and not only that, but the people who try to say, oh, well, you don't know, you should have got to know them first, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're not even married. Do y'all not understand that you never really know a person? I could be with somebody for 10 years and they still turn out to be somebody completely different. Have y'all not seen Unsolved Mysteries? Have y'all not seen all the shows where people get cheated on 10 years later, or people get left 10 years later, or people get killed 10 years later by their lover, or by their husband, I'm sorry. So that don't really be a point when y'all be trying, it don't make sense. It doesn't apply all the time. But anywho, you can't let somebody else actions and how they feel change how you feel about your life. I know for me that I personally I didn't, or I don't think I would in the future make the decision to have an abortion, only because mentally I feel like that's something I wouldn't be able to handle. Like, that's traumatizing for a lot of people. I've talked to multiple people that have said they regret it every time, and I just know personally that's not something that I could handle. And I don't blame other people for doing it. If that's something you want to do what you gotta do, baby. But me personally, I just knew for me that wasn't something I would ever do, regardless of my situation. But anyway, but yeah, so after the first couple of months of me being alone, I had to sit myself down and I was like, listen, you can't feel guilty for what that man chose to do to you. You couldn't have changed what that man wanted to do to you. If he wanted to leave you while you was pregnant, you was gonna get left. It's nothing you could have said differently. It's nothing you could have done differently. That was his decision. She just threw up all over me and she's so happy about it. That's okay. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. I just stopped guilting myself. I stopped making myself feel guilty for his actions early in the pregnancy, because it's like, what can I do? I can sit here and be sad, or I can do what I gotta do. And I'm just not really in a space anymore to be sad for other people's action. And I'm not saying don't be sad, but don't dwell. That's the one. Don't dwell. Don't let that feeling take over your life. Don't let somebody else take over your life, because I feel like that's their intentions most times. Like, they want people to be miserable because they're miserable. And I'm not doing that, okay? I'm not doing that. Another thing I did to help me, or I'm doing still to help me manage being like a single parent and like going through my pregnancy alone, was getting up and getting dressed. Like I tell y'all all the time, get your ass up and go get cute. Like, doing my makeup makes me feel so cute. Like, I'm just sitting in the house, I'm about to make some videos, and I was like, let me do my makeup though, because it just puts me in such a better mood to actually look how I want to feel. You know what I mean? Like, you roll out the bed and walk around with your sweatpants on all day like I was earlier today, you feel kind of mopey, you feel kind of but when you get cute, it's like, I don't know, it's refreshing to me. I always say, when you look good, you feel good, and I just feel like that's so true. Because when you look good, how could you not feel good, you know? And you don't want to look like what you're going through. Even though you might be depressed, even though you might be broke, even though you might be single, lonely, tired, you don't want to look like that. So that's my second thing that y'all need to get up and do, is get up and go put some clothes on. Go brush your teeth. Go brush your hair. Take that damn bonnet off. Take it off. Go wash that damn bonnet. You done had that bonnet on all week. And girl, you losing weight. So go make some lunch. Have your little sandwich or something. Make yourself feel like you again. Just get cute. Take care of yourself. Another thing that I did that really helped me get through it was I removed everything that was fueling the fucking fire. And I mean everything. I cut off everybody. I don't care. Family, friends, environments, I cut it off. As soon as I got pregnant, I stopped working at the club. The club is already draining. As much as I love as much as I love working at the club, and as much as I love being able to do what I love, the pole and stuff like that, I cut that shit out as soon as I got pregnant, because I was already dealing with her daddy. I can't be there with y'all draining energy, monitoring spirits and all that stuff. I had to go. Literally only worked, I want to say 2 weeks while I was pregnant, if that, and I didn't work no more. I had to get out of there. And then also, I had a friend that was trying to pressure me into getting an abortion, basically. Shut the fuck up, okay? So cut them people out your life too. You do not need nobody in your ear telling you what to do with your life when you know what you want to do. Like, I never once had the thought to not have my baby. But then I got Miss Bitch in my ear. Oh, maybe you should just rethink it. Maybe you should do what you want to do and let me do me. Because I didn't ask you if I should or should not. I didn't ask you that. Like I said, I'm on here for doing what you want to do. So if that's what you want to do, go do it, girl. But me personally, I don't need you pressuring me. And that's where people seem to get confused when that topic comes up. Let people do what they want to do with their body. And don't be suggesting nothing nobody ain't asked for. I didn't ask you to tell me what to do. I didn't ask for none of that. So, and even now, like, y'all know how it be going through pregnancy and people, oh, your baby's gonna do this, you need to do this, and you don't need that around you. Like, get rid of that negative energy. Get rid of those people who just around you to nag, just around you to tell you what to do with your life, and they not even doing what they want to do with theirs. Get rid of those people, okay? So remove those people who telling you to stay with your baby daddy when they know your baby daddy ain't shit. Get rid of them too. There's literally no point of having those type of people around, because all it's going to do is continue. It's going to fuel the fire. It's going to make you continue to be in that same cycle, doing the same things, still messing with him when he messing with whoever. Just stop messing with the people who are telling you to settle and telling you what to do with your life. Like I said, that's another thing I did. Another thing that I did, and y'all, this is my whole life. Like, this is how I live my life, period. But the world revolves around me. And this gonna sound real, shallow, but I don't even mean it like that. Like, if you really listen to what I'm saying, you'll see I'm not trying to be cocky. I'm not trying to be whatever they call it, conceited. I'm not trying to be that. But my life revolves around me, and not my baby too. But my life is literally my life, ain't nobody else's. So when the people trying to tell you what to do with your life, that's exactly why you shouldn't listen, because what you want to do is up to you. Like, literally the world revolves around me, and I mean that as in it all kind of connects. I don't know, but I've always been the type of person, like, if I want to do something, I just up and do it, and I don't care how nobody else might feel about it. Like, I don't care if somebody else thinks it's a crazy idea. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do what I gotta do. And I feel like that's another way to, some people call it living in delusion, but it's not delusion. Our lives are literally our lives. It's not your parents' life. It's not your auntie life. It's not your sister life. It's not nobody life but yours. So if while you pregnant, somebody basically telling you that you need to do things a certain way, or you're not ready, or this, that, and the third, you have to sit back and think about what you want. Sit back and think about what's going to be best for you, and not what other people think. Excuse me. Like, just looking at it like that, like, nothing else matters. What other people got going on does not matter, because your focus should always be you. The whole moral of the story, the way I got through my pregnancy and getting through motherhood now, is just understanding that everything is about us now. Like, I have to do what I need to do to make sure that we're good. And sitting there dwelling about what somebody else didn't want to do, sitting there being sad about things that I can't control. I can't control that man, so I'm not finna try to. Sitting there looking how I was feeling at the beginning, because don't think that I was not ever feeling these ways that I'm telling y'all not to feel. It's just like, feel it and then move on. And it's like, you can forgive, you can try to forget, and you can move on, but that doesn't mean that you have to settle for less. So don't think I'm trying to tell you that either. Just feel things out. Feel things out and just get back to being you. Get back to being your very best self. Get back to valuing you more than you value other people. Like, you should not value that man's opinion that much that it's making you want to change your beliefs. It's making you want to change the things that you want for yourself. So if you're in a situation where you want your baby, keep your baby. It's as simple as that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about anything else. It doesn't matter what your mama said. Keep your baby if you want to keep your baby. Do the things that you want in life if you want to do them. And don't ever let anybody tell you differently. Don't ever let anybody like make you feel differently. And I'm also speaking about these things not only because I went through them myself, but I have people talk to me all the time. I have people message me all the time saying they debating changing their decision because of somebody else. Not even because they feel bad about it or because they don't think it's the thing to do or any of that. It's not none of that type of conversation. It's just always somebody else telling them what they should do, what they shouldn't do with their life. And I just feel like that's so unfair. So remember to always prioritize yourself when it comes to stuff like this, because society always tries to like guilt trip us into feeling bad about taking care of our responsibilities the way we wanted to. Me taking care of my responsibility was me doing everything that I needed to be prepared for my baby on my own. Don't feel bad that you buying your baby gifts early. I mean, buying her clothes early. Like, if I would have listened to all the people telling me not to go shopping at when I was 13 weeks pregnant, I would not have had anything for my baby when she got here, because she came early. She came 2 months early. And if I didn't start shopping early, then I would have not been prepared. So literally, with every aspect of pregnancy, every aspect of motherhood, use your best judgment. Do what's best for you and your child. And that's it. But yeah, before I get mad, that's really all I had to say. This is kind of just like a virtual diary. And I'm going to keep doing my virtual diaries because I really like talking to y'all. I'm going to keep doing them. But let me know what other kind of videos y'all want to see. And I'll be so happy to make them. And I'm trying to get consistent, y'all. I really am trying to get consistent when it comes to like making content. And I want to share, and I just want to share like my whole life, like not just my motherhood journey, like even me going back to work. I know I keep talking about it, but me going back to work, me being like a dancer, and how I manage like being a dancer when it's not like, it's not acceptable to society, it's not acceptable to a lot of people, but especially when you have kids. So I just want to share my experience with that. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna start getting a lot more consistent. Y'all know it's the end of the year, so I'm trying to get it together, and I feel really good about it. So y'all gonna be getting a lot of new content from me, and I hope y'all like it. But thank you for listening, and if y'all need a little boost, I hope this helped y'all and gave y'all that little boost y'all needed to start feeling like yourself again, to start handling business, and to start thinking of you and your baby, or just you in general first, because that's all that matters. It's your life, baby. We just living in it, okay? But okay, girl, thank y'all for listening. See y'all in the next video. Mwah. Okay, love you, bye.